Well, you've probably seen ads online for food sensitivity tests. And if you're curious tonight about what they're about, you're in some good company.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have questions. So they're supposed to help you figure out which foods to eat and, of course, which foods to avoid. So I grabbed a couple co-workers and we checked it out together. The Everly Well food sensitivity tests require blood from a finger prick.
Okay.
Okay, it wasn't that bad. Once we got over that initial prick, we simply left multiple droplets on the sample card to send in. What were you most shocked about with your test?
Chicken.
Weeks later, the results were in. Some results made sense, like having a mild sensitivity to dairy. Many people do. And some results were a bit of a shock.
Apples, bamboo shoots.
After you've taken the test, experts say you should consider doing an elimination diet, where you take foods out of your diet and add them back to get a better understanding of how your body reacts.
I'm a big advocate of always eliminating and then reintroducing just to really get more clear information. If you already know yourself to have an issue with cow's milk, then there's no need to eliminate and reintroduce. But if you're not sure, if there's any indication where you're like, it could be a problem, not entirely sure, then I recommend doing the actual elimination and reintroduction of that particular food.
First, it's important to understand the differences between food sensitivity, intolerance, and an allergy, and understand the immune responses they each can cause. A sensitivity causes gastrointestinal issues like bloating or diarrhea. And an intolerance means that you lack the enzymes to break down certain foods, like dairy, and that can lead to similar gastrointestinal symptoms. And food allergies can be more serious, with symptoms like swelling, rashes, and in severe cases, even death. So how accurate are these tests? We asked a secondary source, an allergist and immunologist at Family Allergy and Asthma.
When a patient comes to see me with that testing, I'm looking to see the symptoms that they're describing and the foods that they feel may be causing them. Is there a correlation between their symptoms, the clinical history, and what the food testing is showing?
My test with Everly Well showed that I had a moderate sensitivity to cow's milk and Pacific oysters. Does that mean that I should completely eliminate these foods from my diet?
I think you can absolutely try as a starting point. Your own body is going to give you the answer. If you feel better, that's great, then keep it out. If you don't feel much different, then it probably doesn't mean too much for your own body.
Dr. Patier says the tests are just a starting point. They're not supposed to be conclusive.
It doesn't work for everybody, but for some people, it can be a first step in their kind of journey to realizing what foods may be causing issues for them.
So let's reiterate here. Experts say the best thing you can do is use this test as a jumping off point to have a discussion with your doctor. Then your doctor may recommend a specialist if needed. And tonight, you can also find an app on our website that helps you better identify foods to buy at the store based on your dietary needs. So head on over to WTHR.com.